Hello. All right, this is Laura Walker. This is my first Dibs live. Let's see. Before I go to Blue Ridge with this new art, Blue Ridge, Georgia, for spring arts in the park. So what you need to do is, if you see a piece that you want, comment that you want it. You need to do this before Friday night. After that, I'm at the festival and I won't be checking my social media. When you comment that you want something, I will get with you about payment. If you need it shipped from Coleman, Alabama, it'll be a little bit more to get it there. So these are small chickens. This one is juggling. It's ready to hang, $30. I am changing the prices on these smalls. I don't know, this is kind of an angelic chicken. They're $30 for one, but from now on you can get two for, oh crap, I wrote it down. $30 for one, two for 50, three for 70. Yeah, and it's going to be the same thing on all these small things. So this one's, I don't know, kind of a soldier chicken. And here's a cute little girl duck. This is a chicken with seashells, beach chicken. And then a plain chicken looking to the left. Or is that to the right? Depends on if you're looking at it or from it. Anyhow, one chicken looking to one side and a chicken looking forward. All right. So those are the little chickens and ducks that I randomly had. Next for cats. The cats they're made from recycled, like this is a double layer of lids and then plastic tote lids, and I screw them all together. I don't depend on glue for it. Hi, Becky. So the cats, and their whiskers are like scrap wire, or a lot of them are guitar strings. The cats are $35 for the small one. This is a medium one. So we have just like a brownish cat. And the medium size is $40. And this is a Siamese cat. I realized I never did any Siamese cats. So here's two more small ones. They would be $40 each, an orange cat and an orange and white cat. I thought this was cute. And that kind of lid. Okay, here's another medium one. I guess that's a calico cat. And that's $40. This one's larger. See, compare. So that's $45 for the orange striped one. Hi, Erica. So, when you see one that you love, just claim it. Erica needs a one-eyed, isn't that a gray tabby cat is what you have? Goes on. Erica is an artist, everybody, so you have to check out Erica Green. Okay, these are large cats. They are $45 each. Right? I was supposed to go to a show over Mother's Day weekend and decided not to do the show. And that extra time has finally let me get ahead with my art, like for the first time in forever. So I was able to deliver art to different galleries, update them with more of my small art, and just get ahead for festivals. I would love to be able to replace small art as I sell out at festivals, because usually I just have empty spaces on my wall instead of new pieces. All right, so these are two more medium pieces. Cats, medium is $40 each. We have a black and white one, and then a white one. A white one with the full face, and then an orange one. Well, more yellow, kind of a yellow one. And we have pale orange. Oh. And then another calico cat. So that's it on the cats. Moving on. Oh, I did a new design. Raccoons. Let's see, how much were they? They're the same as the cats. So this size, oh, actually they were a little bit more than the cats. So $45 each. Here's two of them, what they look like. They're on these backgrounds. They've got the scrap wire lids, scrap wire whiskers, tote lids for the ears. Similar design to the cats. So we have these two and a third one. And I think I left one at Leldon's, and I'm bringing one to Stella and Goose in Florence today. Okay, I wanted to show y'all, I'm working towards doing Christmas shows this year. I want to try some Christmas festivals with the long-term goal of doing the Kindle Market in Coleman, which is incredibly intimidating because it's for a full month that I've never really done Christmas shows. So I want to do a year or two practicing at festivals, which are a lower commitment. This is one design that I came up with. I'm going to add long ribbons to those so they can be ornaments. So that's a little girl mouse and a little boy mouse. And y'all let me know if you have any ideas. And then these will also be ornaments. A fancy girl and a fancy boy mouse. I think they were $15 each, which is a really exciting price point because that's kind of a sweet spot, I know, for the Kindle Market. And, like, you know, it's a good gift price point. All right, more mice. I have a little peace mouse, and these are both girls, and a little mouse that takes care of owls, a little bird-loving mouse. Then I had some Disney charms that somebody gave me. So I have a Disney girl mouse and a Disney boy mouse. They have, I think this one has Minnie Mouse and Dumbo. And this one has Mickey and Donald Duck and the fairy. Yeah, and then you can see their tails are made out of guitar strings. The girls have eyelashes that are made from staples that I pull up out of, because I use old canvases and old frames for my art. Okay, so I started doing musician mice. So cute. A guitar boy, guitar playing boy, and a conductor girl. Love them. I used the mesh from, this was like an old laundry bag or something. Nothing's safe for me, guys. If it's about to get thrown away, I hold it in my hands and think, can I use this in my art? And if I can, then I do. Okay, here we have a girl mouse horticulturist, somebody who likes plants. And then a boy sailor mouse. Super cute. Hi, Anita. I know, I'm excited about the Christmas mice, especially, oh, Erica says she has 2 one-eyed cats. How did that happen? That feels like a story. But yeah, the price point for the Christmas mice. I'm just gonna, anytime I have extra time, do a tray full of Christmas mice. So moving on. I like to do fancy creatures, you know, I'm all about it. So we have a fancy man mouse and a fancy lady mouse. And then this is mesh from fruit. You know, fruit bags. I have a bag that I put mesh into and use. Oh, and I had an idea to do a bicycle mouse. You guys have got to give me ideas because I keep doing a lot of the same themes over and over. It also depends on what charms I have, you know, what people have given me that I can use. But it'd be nice to get some fresh ideas about the mice. And I'll have to show you, I made some frogs too. All right, moving on. More mice. King and queen. Oh, I don't think I told y'all. Yeah, I told the prices when I did the ducks, but they are, or the chickens, they are $30 for one, 2 for 50, 3 for 70. So I'm starting to do with where you can group them together for a better price. I really like doing scientist educated sort of mice. So here's a female doctor and a male doctor mice. Then I have a blacksmith and a girl computery mouse. Let's see. Yeah, I think those of us who we do the trash to treasure, Erica and I, she said she's the same way, saving things to use in her art. I used to do these blue backgrounds. I've moved away from it just for simplification, but since I was on the theme of doing musician, I have a singing mouse and then a ballerina mouse. So cute. Another musician is violin playing female, and then a very lucky guy, Irish, I guess. Have a soldier mouse, girl, this one's a girl, and then a girl artist, which I really love. I need to save this one for Halloween. It's a little witch mouse. And then another horticulture loving mouse. This one's a boy. This lady is either hosting or she's a server at a restaurant or she's a baker, something like that. This fella's on a safari. He has giraffes and elephants. No, not a fella. This one's a lady. I like to give the ladies blush and eyelashes. Their eyelashes are very wonky. Erica, did you see my artist mouse? I did one. I need to do more. That's a good idea. Here she is. First time I've done that. Duh. Sometimes you just start repeating patterns, and I don't like to do that. I need to think of more. I need to get like a list of jobs. That would be good. And then I have a safari boy mouse with an elephant. And then a little planting lady mouse who likes plants. So I think that's it on the mice. We'll see. Oop. So I have these little plaques that my friend Xiaomi gave me, and I put 2 chickens on these. They're $25 each. I need to put their prices on the back of them. Don't know how I actually had that price in my brain. I hope you are impressed. It might not ever happen again. Okay, now a new design, because sailors is a good idea, and soldiers. I'm going near Maryland. I'm going to Maryland this summer, which is near Washington, D.C., and I will be doing a lot more patriotic mice. Anita, thank you for that. I started to do frogs because I have a lot of white things that I don't get to use with the mice because the mice are white. So here's a little angel frog girl. I love how wonky they are. And then this is a girl doctor frog. Oh, and I had some crosses, so I was trying to think of how to use those. So I made a preacher frog and a guitar playing frog. Kind of looks like a banjo guy. So there you go. And I'm thinking these two are in love. We have a little lover boy and a lover girl. starting to like to do the male and female because that lets me do the same idea, but 2 different versions of it. So these 2, like our gardeners, they like their plants. And Anita, Great Minds Think Alike, when I did the frogs, I was thinking these were kind of sailors. He has an anchor and she has the steering wheel. I know there's a better word, the sailing steering wheel, the round thing that you steer with. So 2 little sailors. Okay, back to musicians. We have a violin frog boy and a flute playing or clarinet playing frog girl. I tell you, one thing I love about working with a palette knife is sometimes things are just wonky, especially when they're small and I don't have much room to perfect them, but I love the wonkiness. Look at that girl. She's so wonky. I love her. So we have a musician girl and a little girl who is taking care of some rabbits, little bunnies, little white bunnies. And I did 2 juggling frogs, girl and the boy. I love their long legs. Oh, sorry, the frogs are the same as the mice and the chicks. All these small ones are going to be $30 for one. 2 for $50, 3 for $70. Yep, and they have, you know, they're ready to hang on the back. Leldon gives me these things. Leldon here in Coleman. In fact, Erica, if you want a place to put your art, I don't remember where you live, if you're close enough, but Leldon's a really great place, good gift shop. This guy is a, like a mechanic or working on computer, sort of. Frog guy. And then the same thing that I always like to do, fancy frogs, male and female. All right, moving on. So Leldon, that I just talked about, gave me the idea of doing small animal faces. I used to just kind of do random, like I did the mushrooms and I did flowers. But faces make sense because, you know, my booth is all about the animals. So I'm going to Georgia and I decided to do a Georgia bulldog. The bulldogs are, oh, price on the back, $35. So I have 4 of them. I've placed 2 already at galleries. So these are both $35 and they're done on these old trophy plaque things. Sorry guys, my voice is, my words don't always work. So, oh, you're in Dallas, Georgia. You can always ship to him, but he does focus mostly on local art. But here we go, those 2. And then we have, this one's $35, and this one's a little bit bigger. It's $45. Let's see the sizes. And let's see, those are, oh, one random chicken. I had made this, I got this back from one of the galleries. I think Leldon's. I like to switch out my old art after a couple months and take anything that hasn't sold and put it in my booth. And it often sells like in one show because we just see, one of the reasons I do festivals is you'll see as many people in one weekend at a festival as you might in a whole year at a gallery. It's just a large amount of people coming through. All right. So I did 2 tigers. If they don't sell this weekend, I'll put them in the gift shop with Leldon. $70 for the smaller one, $75 for the bigger one. These are both on plywood. Leldon requested those. And he also requested another elephant because all of those sold that I had. All the tigers sold and all but one elephant sold at Leldon. So this one's $35. Elephants are easier to make than tigers. That's why, even though it's large, the price is smaller. These will go to my festival this weekend, and then they'll go to Leldon's. If nobody claims them now, nobody gets them at the festival. And then I needed some more possums in my booth. So we have two possums, the girl possum and the boy possum. These are on plywood. They're both $40. This is by my head. I think it's like size 8 by 10-ish, but I don't really measure them. So. And then the bigger possum, so you can compare the sizes. The bigger possum is $60, and then the smaller possum was $40. I love possums. Any of you who know me, you might know they are my spirit animal. And then I did two skunks. The bigger one is $30, the smaller one is $25. Super cute. They're on plywood, ready to be hung. Okay, I made this new piece. I've been experimenting with this way to use paint skins, and I love it. Have a lot of paint that's left over in the buckets. Once all the paint has gotten out, just dry it on the side. And I like to try to think of ways to use it. I really am liking this way. I've done several birds this way this year. So this one is called Miss Beasley Bunny. And this goes back to when you guys suggested names for Little Bunny Foo Foo. I got so many great names suggested that I keep going back to that post and looking when I need names for art. Miss Beasley Bunny is size 19 by 15. She's $150, which is on the low end for my developed paintings. And then I got these two back from Leldon. That's a barred owl and a horned owl, and they are $125. Okay, last thing. So excited. I get bored if I just do the same thing over and over again, so I needed to do something complex after doing, like in the middle of doing all these smaller items, and I made this beauty. You might have seen the videos of her. Her name is Kanu's Lesson. She illustrates a fable about saving more for later. I made her hat. The brim is leather, and then the top part is from like an old plastic container, like cottage cheese or something. Get this on top. She's all the fabulousness, and I love her, although she's been getting some really ugly comments on Instagram because that video, it's only gotten 2,000 views, but it's gotten 4 or 5 people just being really ugly. So that's, some people can't imagine paying money for art, much less what might be their mortgage. Hey, I get it. I mean, I don't get being mean, but I can't afford her either. But somebody can. Thankfully, there's people with more money than I have. And I really like it when they like my art. So she is $825. So that's everything. Oh, no, that's not everything. Sorry. Forgot the hummingbirds. I made some hummingbirds. I've already placed multiples and sold several. So we have this one facing that way, this one facing that way, sitting on the branch. They're $35. One more hummer, maybe size 5 by 7. I didn't measure, but about like that. And then I made 2 cardinals. Can't believe I almost forgot to show these to y'all. Cardinals. They're $35 each too. I think I placed one with either with Leldon or sending one to Florence. I go to Florence right after this. So, okay, that's everything. If you guys want anything, let me know. I'll ship next week because I'm leaving in the morning for Blue Ridge, Georgia, where they predicted rain, but I'm voting no on that. I'm voting sunshine. So love you guys. Thanks for coming in, and just comment if you want something when you're watching this video later, everybody.